I'm gonna say it. It's controversial, but
Oh.
TikTok dance is not real dance.
Ooh.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the 10 and 3 podcast with Mahalia and Gina.
Heyo. What's up? What's up?
Okay, Mahalia, I have to say, so
Yes.
we already know there was a Travis Scott meal with I think it was a quarter pounder with bacon or something,
Yeah, it
but
was basically a quarter pounder, but the specific drink was a Sprite.
a Sprite
Yeah.
and medium fries. And then J Balvin came out with one, I think
Really?
today. He collaborated with McDonald's. What would your collaboration meal be? Go.
Honestly, mine would probably be a breakfast meal because I love breakfast so
Oh,
much.
okay.
So it would probably be hot cakes, probably four hot cakes, and sandwich, not with the sandwich, the sausage patty,
Uh-huh.
and then orange juice, probably with Sprite or something like that, just to like give a little spaz. That's probably be it because like I really love to eat breakfast. If I don't eat breakfast, I feel like I didn't eat the day. So
Okay. I think
that was really
don't
left field, I know.
don't hate me
Oh,
because when I told my sisters this, they were I think I was partially canceled.
share
Um
with us, Gina.
Mine would be a medium Sprite. No, not
Mhm.
even not medium Sprite, a medium tropic berry Sprite.
Oh,
Okay. Two McChickens, a medium fry with no salt,
ah,
and two chocolate chip cookies.
I
That
can see
would
why you're
be
canceled. But I like the cookies. I like the cookies to that. I could have added a sweet. I would add like the what's it called? McFlurry. I'd add
Ooh,
McFlurry.
yes, a
Yes, I
snack
would eat
size.
dessert
Ooh,
in the
I want to
morning.
change mine to a snack size McFlurry with extra Oreo topping. That's
Ooh,
that.
yes,
That is
yes. I
my
like the
McDonald's
Oreo.
collaboration meal. I just, and you know that it's going to be good when they're bringing it up to the window and they're still stirring it. That's exactly what I mean. When
Ooh,
I say extra Oreo topping, I don't mean dump it all on the top. I mean you better stir it in, make it nice
yeah.
and then put some more on top because
Put some
that,
love in it, guys. Expect you to
like
eat it. Expect you to eat it.
exactly. So trending. There's really not much trending. It's pretty chill.
Yeah, not much.
Um, Not much going on. But the point I wanted to bring up today in the trending report,
Okay.
TikTok is still not banned.
What? Oh my
TikTok
goodness.
exists still.
How is that? I remember. Okay, I remember. Again, I don't go on TikTok that much, but I remember there was a time on TikTok. At least the people are following. They're like, "Hey, I'm probably not gonna like if you still wanna know me and see my stuff, go follow me on this platform. Follow me
Mm-hmm.
on my YouTube and stuff like that." And they were saying like, I think it was mid September. Supposedly, you're not supposed to like. It was supposed to be over once you have the app. You if you delete
You
it, you
wouldn't
can't.
be able to, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what happened with that?
Okay, so here's my thing with that. As you know, much power as the president may think they
Hmm.
have. I'm not saying like this to be a Trump. I'm pretty sure many presidents probably thought they had that power.
Ooh,
You don't.
Gina, did you just say explicit word?
Huh?
Did you just say an explicit word?
Maybe.
I'm gonna have
Um
to bleep that.
yeah, they you don't have that power because that's taking away freedom from the people, and you can't. I mean, the technology probably exists for them to be able to ban something from our phones or ban it, but then you'd have to get to like China level of security to ban it.
Yeah,
On top of that, there are
China.
jailbroken phones that are not actually from over here, that are not like, there's so much that people would just be able to get around it. Like literally, if they banned it over here, you could turn on your VPN and say you're in another country, and boom, you have TikTok again. This is if they had actually
Exactly.
done it, but they didn't, because just it's that's too much, and honestly, we're not going to put the tax dollars towards that. It's just not going to
Yeah.
happen. Like there's some things. I mean, it was good for the content creators to be like, hey, I'm also putting my stuff here, which is great for them. Put your plugs in somewhere else. Instagram
Exactly.
was quick to swoop in.
and do their reels. Yes, I saw that.
Instagram was quick to swoop in, and honestly, I feel like all these there's content creators that were not on TikTok that are using that reels thing a lot, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of fake.
No, that's how it is though. It's because for most of them, they're like, I don't want to put another app on my phone. And that's
True.
why Instagram was smart enough, at least on that business sense, to be like, okay, there's another thing competing with us, and people have Instagram and they don't want to put that new TikTok. Hey, let's try to like mock it up and put something of that version on our platform. That's the
Which
same
is
thing they did with Snapchat. Did they not? Like, I still got
that's
Snapchat
true.
for my, my little buddies and stuff, but like, besides that, I put all my stories on Instagram.
Yeah,
That's a smart business
honestly,
move.
yeah, it's and I just think like if TikTok really did end up getting banned that first time and then Instagram released Reels, like that was also perfect for Instagram because all the traffic that those TikTok creators were sending, it was basically going to be like when Vine shut down and then all
Yeah,
the Vine creators went to YouTube and now
YouTube.
they're like in
Yep.
a bunch of other stuff too. So it could have been like that, but TikTok wasn't banned. It's not possible. It's not that easy. It wasn't a true threat to security. Like he probably could have called a state of emergency, but that would have been over dramatic. So there's so many things
Yeah,
that
just
could
for
have
a
been done, but
platform like
it would have
that.
been like, which is
Yeah,
also like I do use TikTok.
I
I
do
don't
not.
post
So that's
very
why she's
many
talking about it
TikToks.
mostly.
Yeah. I don't post very many TikToks even though I have great ideas. But
I like
I
the ones
do.
you have though.
Oh, thank you. I do watch a lot, and I there was when all of that started kicking up, where it was like, oh, they're stealing your information, blah blah blah. When that was happening, a lot of people decided to be like, let's show our support for certain people. So, and it's like to show them how much people love them on this app, but it's like no, you support them, but you want to keep this app, so you're trying to make
Yeah,
it look better. But okay, okay,
for our
okay.
Lord.
But TikTok is still here, and I'm happy because I'm very selective about who I follow on Instagram. So I did not want to have to follow all these people. I follow like
Yes, that is
100 people on
me. Yes,
TikTok.
Gina, you
No,
are me. You are
I
me.
did. I followed a couple people, and I actually this past week unfollowed them on Instagram because it's not the same content. Your Instagram account, even if you're popular on TikTok, you cannot turn your personal Instagram into something like that.
Yeah.
So it's just not the same. So you basically have to start from scratch, and that would be just a lot of upkeep, and no one's gonna do that. So it's like, and I don't know, my Instagram is like my personal Instagram is this, my Fitsta is this. Like, I don't want to have all this extra stuff on there. Like,
Yeah, that was the point of having like another account on a different platform. Like you
yeah,
could decide, hey, like on this platform, I'm gonna be a little bit more crazy. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But on my Instagram, like it'd be more chill and all that stuff. So the
yeah.
fact that like,
Personally, I think they should have just all made YouTube channels, and we just
oh
continue
yeah,
to
that's true
like
too.
making YouTube bigger and bigger until it becomes this weird beast that just to
YouTube's
see
already a
what.
monopoly at this point.
It is. Honestly, when Google bought YouTube, I basically knew that YouTube lost its soul, and it did, but it also became more like lucrative money wise. So
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
what it is. I mean, I'm on YouTube, so I know I'm a part of the.
And we're about to be on YouTube trying to make that money.
Yeah.
So
Sponsor us, monetize.
but yeah, so
Yeah,
it's just
so
getting bigger. So we're just
but
trying to get a little bit of that.
yeah, but TikTok's still here and the creators are still there, but it's cute because a lot of people really did go follow them and that's great.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I feel it's weird like going viral. Like I said this to my little sister once. I was like, "Would you want to go viral?" And she
Oh,
said no because if you look at people who've gone viral, they have that one video with like a ton of views and then everything else kind of has like
a couple
so views.
thousand or something like that.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to go viral. I want to be consistent. I want to steadily grow.
Yeah. That's
Um,
always more genuine too. Like it's
yeah.
always good that you have one great idea, but for you to stay relevant, you'd have to like, be able to grow organically.
Yeah. But from the outside, I mean, what does TikTok look like to you for since you don't have one?
TikTok to me just look like a place for like, at least at the time, at least from my perspective, since we're like in our middle age, from the people I follow, they're around my age too. It seems like a place for just people our age just to go and just do dumb stuff, or just to like have like if they have this weird thought process or this little skit. I'm mostly watching people like the same idea with Vine. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, I have this idea. What if da 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 da? And then you kind
Yeah.
of like make that short skit for it. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm mostly seeing. And then I'm also seeing some people that are Christian on it, showing
Yeah.
some funny perspectives about Christian things and stuff like that, and funny dances. I don't see that many of those dances, but they
Okay,
do look
yeah,
pretty
the dance
funny.
thing is like slowing down a little.
Oh, it is okay. That's
Yeah,
probably why.
which I like that the dance thing is slowing down because I'm gonna say it's controversial, but
Oh,
TikTok dance is not real dance.
ooh,
I'm sorry, guys.
we lost some people
Or
here.
it's just not. I mean, in my
Why
car,
is that though? Why is
I'll
that
be
though?
because okay, and this is the thing that makes me mad. So for like TikTok, the communities are like weird. There's like Christian TikTok and there's Hamilton
Exactly.
TikTok and there's
Camel
Avatar
talk or something.
TikTok, Camel Talk. Like, there's all these, there's Lin Talk, BTS Talk. Like, there's all these little communities and it's great. And you know that you reach this community when they start popping up on your For You page. And um I'm not like those the trendy dances don't pop up on my stuff because it like the algorithm is really good about figuring out what you like and what you don't like and making
Yeah.
suggestions. Um like it noticed like I don't like these little trendy like I don't I don't subscribe to that. I like real dancer talks, like real dancers, real dancers.
Shots fired.
Okay.
Shots
Like
fired.
it takes 2 seconds to go.
Oh.
And you know what happens? So someone makes a dance and then like it like gets bastardized until it's not even recognizable because it's so easy. Like the whoa or whatever
Yeah.
turns into like this.
Oh
It's
yeah, that is so
been
true.
bastardized so much to the point where it's
Is
not
that a
even
word we can say?
recognizable. Huh?
Is that a word we can say? I
Yeah,
feel like okay.
bastardized.
Okay.
It's not. It's like a. It's just been. It's like deteriorated. The dance is just not the same thing anymore.
Yeah, the whole
Which
like technique and time and like
like
the
if you
like
see the
yeah.
original Renegade is a real dance.
Oh, it
It's
is.
a real dance. Like the original Renegade is an actual routine. And then what did people on TikTok do? Like they do all this mess and then I have to watch 50,000 fifth graders do it over and over and be like, stop
Yeah,
doing that. Like,
they're trying to
and
get viral.
a TikTok trend is on its way to death when you see middle schoolers or elementary kids doing it because it's not going to last much longer if that's the case.
Ooh.
But there are like dance trends on TikTok that come straight from like the WAP one came straight from the music video. It's actual dancing.
Yeah.
But not everyone's going to do that cuz it's yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like but I just think it's disrespectful. And then I'm going to say one more
She got
controversial
more. She got more.
before we stop talking about TikTok. And then there's people like Charlie D'Amelio, I think is how you say her last name. I think
I don't know. It
her,
doesn't
her
matter.
name's Charlie and it's spelled Charlie with an I. Like there's no E at the end. Charli.
Hmm.
And she is famous for TikTok dancing, but she doesn't choreograph them. That's messed up.
Yeah.
So she went on Jimmy Fallon's show and
Oh
she was
yeah,
doing
I saw
TikTok
that.
dances. They weren't her TikTok dances. And I mean, apparently she makes some, but I don't. All the ones that I've seen, like, first of all, if she did make them, they're absolute trash. And then also,
That's
I
not
don't
the
know
trending ones I see then, if they are.
I don't like any of them, and they're dumb, and they make people think that they can. I'm slow down. Um,
You're
but
about to go
anyways,
somewhere you can't return from.
I don't like when people are getting famous and getting recognized off of other people's work. Like the girl who
Yes.
made the I'm a Savage, which that's not bad. That was actually really good. That was like one of the few TikTok dances that I did on my page. Like I was like,
Yeah, I remember
this is
that.
fun. Um that one, this lovely black girl made it and it was everywhere. But she did not get the like she it wasn't her video that had like the most views. It was like
Exactly.
Charlie and Addison. I don't even know all their names. Like there's a bunch of like, and that's what I've noticed. Like the TikTok dances, it could start from a black person, but it's the white people
The
that
blondes.
like they're the ones that people are following and taking off. There's even like the African side of TikTok, which I love. I
Ooh, you
love
need to show me
African
that.
TikTok. They be doing the dances and stuff, and I'm like, yes. And then I like to go see like other people do it. So I'll click on the sound to see all the videos. And then you'll see like
Yeah.
videos with the most views are like a bunch of blondes doing it. And I'm like, and then people have in the comments have the audacity to be like, you invited to the cookout, pass them some jollof rice. I'm like, you better
No,
give me that
no,
meat. No,
no.
we
You're
don't
not
award
invited to
people
my
the
cookout.
bare minimum.
You ain't getting no guyo.
I'm sorry. I hate when people go hype people up for no reason, and then the
Nah.
people, especially POC creators on TikTok, are just slept on. It's ridiculous, and I never
Yes.
noticed it, but I like almost exclusively follow POCs.
Same. Me too. Me
I
too.
think there's like two white people I follow, and one
That
of them
passed
is
the test.
cosplayer. Yeah, her name's like Rain or Emery, Rain Amy, something like that. She's a great cosplayer. She does like I love it. If I had the patience to learn how to sew, I would be just like her. She's amazing, and she has even used her platform to like be like, hey, she's not hiding behind like, oh, we're one community. She's like legit, and she's like, if you're only gonna spread hate, you don't need to be here. She's really
Yeah.
good about cleaning up her comments. She's great. Her and then the other person who, as I think about it, I don't think he's actually white. He could be Hispanic. Maybe. I don't know for sure, but he's like I follow him because of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So
Uh,
like
I need to watch that, by the way.
don't say you've never watched.
No, I haven't. And I've actually been pretty good of not doing any
Wow.
spoilers or anything, but I need to watch it. I already see your face.
Wow.
Disappointed.
But yeah.
That's
So,
it for
you know,
trending.
that's it for trending. I could talk forever about TikTok, but just know, the funny thing? I never knew who Charlie was because of TikTok. Because TikTok knew, the algorithm knew I would never want to see her come across my page. I never saw her on my For You page. I
Oh
only heard
wow.
people saying Charlie, and I was like, who the heck are they talking about? I have
Yeah, who
no
is
idea.
Charlie?
I had to look up this like there was a hashtag, so I hit the hashtag or someone like tagged her or something, and that's the first time I saw who this girl was. And then also recently I saw in some like thing, it was like, oh, you want to be famous like Charlie? Well, and apparently she's like a professionally trained dancer.
Yeah, that's
And
what I heard too. But then
I'm like, hold on.
kind of disrespected, in my opinion. Yeah, like all that
Like,
training and you
and
just
you doing
resort to a
TikTok
TikTok
dance?
dancer.
I looked up a lot of TikTokers that are trending or famous and all that stuff, and I'm looking at the ones now, especially now, like they're handing out verifications like
Yeah, left and
Oprah.
right.
Um, and I'm looking at their back, like these people that are getting verified, these people that have all these followers. It is not like, oh, I just happen to have this. They've been putting in the work and
Yeah,
finally getting recognized. They've been doing music, they've been doing dance, they've been doing modeling, they've been doing sketches, and nobody ever noticed it before. And then something took off, and then now all of like it's really weird. I'm like, wow, like people always be like, well, I don't know, like no, and I think people should be honest about that. Like, don't be like, oh, I just had this idea and then no, say
no,
like,
that's not always
I've
true.
always been interested in this. I've been doing this forever. It feels great to finally be recognized for this that I love. Like, and I'm sure for some
Yeah,
people that'll come off as cocky, but like, you've been putting in the work.
yeah. So be willing to like
That's just
flaunt
me.
it.
That's just me.
Is that really it on trending, Gina? Are you done talking about TikTok?
That's it on trending because we gotta get to the meat. But first,
Yeah.
but first, real recommendations.
Hey, let's
Real
go. What you got for
recommendations.
us?
So my real recommendation is a book that I have been reading, and the book is by someone that I love and respect. The book is called Small Doses. It's by Amanda Seales. She is an actress, a creator, a comedian. She's so talented. So the
Yeah.
book is called Small Doses, and it's basically just like life tips and like drabbles on everything. It talks about, um etiquette for not just black people, but people who are not black. Like if you just
Ooh.
happen to be white, or if you're white, or if you're not. And it's like, and it tells you, and I love that because I don't think enough people in a like connected way know how to like hear this stuff. Like, okay, it's not okay to touch a black person's hair. And also
Yes.
not okay to ask a black woman this. And it's like, I love that.
Yes.
The book
That's
is
good.
completely in her voice. It feels like she's talking like to you. And I just, when I'm listening to it, I'm just like, yes, girl. Like she's right there. So, Small Doses by Amanda Seals. And yes, I said I listened to it because I actually got it using a credit that I get. I get 2 credits every month from Audible because I have their membership. And
Uh,
you guys should definitely check it out. Get Small Doses. Listen to her podcast as well by the same name. And Audible, please sponsor us because I've been a very, very loyal subscriber. And we love you, and I love you, Audible. So many great books, so many great reads. But yeah, that's my real recommendation. Hopefully, future sponsor.
not sponsored, but sponsor us. Could you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the topic we chose for this episode was about being sisters. So first, I guess background information is that I am, I've said this before, but I'm the oldest out of 6 kids. I'm the oldest sister, and Gina, she is the middle child, right? You're like
Yep.
four
Number
out of,
4 of 7, right in
yeah,
the
4 of 7.
middle.
Yeah,
Number four of
exactly. So
seven.
we just kind of wanted to talk about like our experiences as sisters and like just to share with people because I think personally that we are great sisters.
I
Like
think
we're
I'm an
awesome.
amazing sister. I think in the
Yes.
past I was kind of a jerk per sister. Like when I think back to when I was in middle school, I was a jerk to my siblings for no reason.
Yeah, same. It's like I have my own problems. Why do I have to worry about you? But honestly,
Exactly. But
as I've been going older, I just realized that at least for me, like it's weird. I feel like I kind of put some kind of responsibility on myself to like look out for them sometimes, or just be willing to, like even though it's out of my comfort zone, like go out of my way sometimes to do things for them. Like
I call that
my
the burden of the firstborn because I feel like
oh,
you
that's
literally
what it
make me
is.
think of my older sister, the burden of the firstborn. Because whenever there's issues, whether it's like between our parents or between all of us, or my parents are having issues with us, like I
Mhm.
feel like everyone turns to her first. She doesn't even live
Yeah.
down here, she lives hours away. And it's like, Fabian, guess what? The first person we turn to, like it's the burden of the firstborn. Like you have to deal with so much more than the rest of us, and I don't envy you. I do not envy you.
Yeah. So you don't like, even though you're the oldest from other siblings, you don't kind of like feel like, oh, I have to like control this or anything. You just like, if I can, I can.
I felt like that a little bit when I lived at home, but
Ah, that's why.
honestly, like if you think about it, I was only home for like 2 3 years, 2-ish years, because I left for school. I was only alone for 1 year, my senior year. Then I left for school for a year, came back
Yeah.
for a couple months, moved back into the dorms for a couple of years, came back, and through all of this, like Nelline, Fabian, so it's like in and out. I never felt like the
Yeah.
full burden, even though I was being prepared for it when my sister was leaving for college, but I it never really happened. Like I
It
still
never
was
really fell on
I,
you.
yeah, but I never had that the burden of the firstborn where you know everything that's going on, and unfortunately for you, you have that hard choice of, okay, am I gonna address it or am I gonna just let them deal with it? I'm gonna have to address it somehow, aren't I? Like I
Yeah.
don't feel that. I'll be just good luck.
If
But
I'm being honest, like, can I have an honest moment here?
go
Sometimes
for it.
it feels like I have been pressured to be a third parent at times.
Oh, definitely.
It doesn't, I don't know, like I go through my own things too. And again, like pressure being the first sibling. Like I know that of course I want to look out for them, stuff like that, but sometimes I'm going through my own stuff too. So
Mm-hmm.
the fact that it feels like I have to make sure so and so does this, so and so does this and stuff like that, it's like, but I got my own issues too. Can I worry about them first, you know? So
Yo,
that's kind of things I have to deal with. But I don't know how it feels like for you, because sometimes you probably just feel like you're just there. I don't know. At least that's how
honestly,
Bana sometimes acts like at a
it's it,
house.
it it switches like sometimes, and this is the burden of the middle child. We
Yeah.
get the least amount of attention. Like
Mm,
even when we're getting attention, we're not getting attention because the
uh,
attention I'll get is why didn't you make sure your younger siblings ate? Why isn't this done? But never are you okay? Did you eat? How are you? I never got those questions, but my younger siblings did. I mean, actually, okay, so Legina, the one right after me, she kind of is like middle child adjacent. So she kind of got that because when I was home, she became like the middle child. And
yeah.
then my younger siblings, they're just both have younger sibling syndrome because one was the youngest for a couple of years and then the other one appeared and they're actually the youngest. So they're
Yeah.
both babied.
I've had
So
that too.
I mean, I don't feel I mean, I got pressure to be like a third parent when I was living at home. Did I always lean into it? No. Did I sometimes lean into it? Yes. And I would feel it too, even now. Like sometimes when it's like, oh, this is happening, I have the feeling like, oh, I should do something. But then I'm like, nah, there's three in front of me. I'm good. I can chill.
Yeah,
So I have that, but I also, I don't get all the
uh,
attention.
thing
So
to do, because like sometimes if my parents don't like, if they address it and stuff, I kind of have to be the one to be like, well, you know, mom and dad, they meant for your good when they said this and this.
yeah,
Or I'll try to lean into the fact like, hey, like this thing happened, do you really want mom and dad to find out? So you better straighten up, you know? So
yeah.
but sometimes it kind of leaves me in that place. It's like they don't really see me as a sibling, and sometimes that's kind of like I don't want that kind of relationship though. Like I want to be able to like they just tell me random stuff, or we can just laugh about things, and they don't feel like, oh, this is gonna bite me in the back because mom Mahalia is gonna go tell my parents and stuff. So
Honestly, and because my family's like older, so I can say this from the other side, because
okay,
most of us are adults now, it's going to stay like that until most of you are grown up. So probably when Jonathan is like in high school, everyone's gonna be like
mm-hmm.
talking to each other because like it's so funny. Like we'll literally reflect on how we used to argue and stuff. And now we have group chats of just talking to each other. We make plans with each other. Like it's just with age as the group matures up. But I mean, when I was younger, like I didn't talk to my sister. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
She was like,
okay, that's
she was
good.
like, so
I
just
have
wait.
hope.
Yeah, when they get older, everyone's gonna be like, oh, this is our crew, and then it's comfortable to have that many people like you can just
Yeah,
lean on and
exactly.
rely on and talk to. It'll be nice, but you will still, because you are the firstborn, like you'll know all the stuff going on. Mom and dad's gonna call you even though you're not around and be like, then you're gonna call your siblings like, y'all, can y'all
Yo, what?
please?
Yeah, you know what's going on? You know what mom
Can
just
y'all
told me?
please? Like that, I mean, Fabian literally has to do that still. It'll be
I can
like,
imagine. I remember those couple of times something happened and I was like in the car with you or something, and then you were just right on the phone with Fabienne, like so and so da da
like
da. Like, yeah,
she's
that's so
she
funny.
is the third parent, and unfortunately for her, like, I think it's fortunate for us, but she probably finds like it's heavy for her. But it's like sometimes because you don't feel comfortable going to your parents, like you need that older
Yeah,
sibling that you can
exactly.
turn to and be like truly like feel your helplessness and not feel like super ashamed or embarrassed. So
Was that really helpful for you since like you're the middle child? So like, because I know it might be different compared to me,
yeah,
like
I think
having
it
her
was.
as technically a third parent at times.
Yeah, it was helpful because, and I mean, I'm not saying like my parents aren't, they're not great parents, but nobody is.
Yeah,
But
we're all human.
like there are places where they're going to fall short simply because they don't know any better.
Yeah.
Whereas my sister growing up here, she understands more. So she'll understand if I'm feeling this way or someone hurt me and I can't go up to my parents and be like, well, this boy said this to me, and it'd be like, so he's just a stupid boy. Like it's not
Exactly.
as simple. Like, so yeah,
I
it's
think
just
we forgot to address the fact that like being growing up Haitian too has an effect on that.
yeah,
Exactly what you just said about the fact like, hey, a boy was like made me cry and be like, what? It's just a stupid boy. Like you're in middle school. What you know
yeah,
about boys? You
yeah,
know, like stuff like that. And the fact that you had your sister grew up in kind of like she went to middle school here, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so she experienced that too and be like, don't worry about it. It's not
yeah.
gonna matter in a couple years.
So
You know?
it's I feel like when it's truly like that emotional, when I'm super emotional, I do not go to my parents. I go to my sister
Could
and
it
I
be a culture thing?
cry. You know, you know, if you think about it culturally, we are kind of raised to raise our siblings. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
I
you
don't
probably know
know.
how to cook more than the rest of your siblings do, so you can like truly be left with. Wait, how old
Yeah, but that
was the
kind of
first time you
leans
were
more to
left
the
with them?
what?
How old were you when you were first left alone with your siblings?
I technically I think the age is 13, but I was at least 11 when the first time it happened.
And you were like
So
prepared. You could cook for them. You could change diapers. Like you could do
yeah,
it.
I was set. I was set. I could do a little mean Kraft mac and cheese. You know, that's about it. But yeah, I feel like in our culture, like they'd like to like kind of raise us up and just take care of ourselves. But now you think about the whole third parent thing too, like they're not really that great with emotional support. Like I feel like
Mm,
my parents are slowly learning because of my other siblings, and I'm kind of like, again, me being a third parent, hey, like Benha's going through something right now. Benha's
mhm,
going like he's about to be a senior. It'd be good if you try to like be like, yes, have regulations for him, but let him be able to enjoy his high school experience. Me
mhm.
going to prom? What?
Oh
You think
my
I would go to
gosh.
prom? Like then again, I'm laid back, so I didn't care that much. But
My
Ishma on the
biggest
other
regret.
sense, that's 2 years behind me. He had to go through that struggle of trying to like do social things. So me being the third parent for Benai and being like, yo, Benai, he's a football player, he's this and that. You know, he wants to hang out with his friends. Let him experience in that. Just give him time regulations. Make sure he
Yeah.
calls you and texts you, stuff like that. I can do that,
See,
but
you're
I was
like
able to do that.
third parent, parent ambassador, because you can go
Yeah,
plead the
exactly.
case. You're the lawyer. You're the negotiator. Like, be it older sibling. Like, and you were the test subject.
Yes,
Everything
that's
that
true.
like you're the first one that came along when they didn't know have any clue,
Anything.
any clue. Like Hannah's gonna go through a different life than you did because
Oh yeah, that's
they've
definitely
had their trials. Like, okay, this doesn't work. Do this.
true. This doesn't work. Do this.
And
Yeah, that's
then
so true.
I mean, and it sucks too for parents because like everyone has such different personalities, so you have to handle everyone different. But I feel like Haitian parents don't deal with everyone differently. They're
No, they do
like,
not. They do
my
not.
mom and dad, I so many times I swear to you, my mom will be like, "Well, my mom used to say this to me, and I never," and she'll compare us to like, she'll compare and be like, "Oh, well, I used to do this when I was over this, and I
Yes,
had to
my
do this.
dad
Well,
does
my
that
siblings
too.
this, well, my siblings that." She'd always say like, "Oh, well, my siblings never fought when we would argue when I was younger." She would be like, "I never fought with my siblings." But when we the last time we went to Haiti and all the siblings were united, we were there was because the dad passed away, so everyone came back. I
Yeah.
could see and I could tell from the stories. My mom was the annoying little sister because she's the youngest
Oh,
girl in her family. She's the annoying little sister that everyone had to look out for, and they still treat her like that. Like, where are you going? No, you're not.
oh, are you serious?
Yeah,
Full grown woman.
full grown
Mother of what?
woman.
7 kids. Gang.
She's number 11 of 13. She's the youngest.
Oh, she's a middle too. Wait, or towards the
That's
end,
not a
right?
middle. She's the
Yeah.
youngest girl, so she has youngest girl sibling syndrome because they didn't let her
Okay.
do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I met the true youngest sibling of the family, and that's real younger sibling syndrome. Like he was when I met him, 33 years old, and they were still treating him like Rigo. Where you
Oh.
going, Rigo? Rigo, come get some food, bro. Like I'm like, you guys, this man is grown. Will you
Do you think
stop
that kind
talking?
of do you think that kind of affects the way that like even despite the culture, like the fact the way our parents like raise us too? Because my mom's the oldest, my dad's a middle child. So like when we have fights and stuff, my dad would be like, "Oh, aren't you glad you have a sister to fight with you?" My mom's like, "Stop fighting, guys! Stop fighting, guys!" And it's like, my dad understands, like, it's gonna happen. It comes with the territory.
Yeah, like, and I think I can tell that too when you're like, when I'm around your parents, like, I can tell, like, okay, this
Middle
person
child.
bring,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
this.
You
Yeah.
can tell, you can tell. Meanwhile, like, my dad is like one of the older ones, but not quite the oldest one.
Uh-huh.
So, and he was a guy, so like that's a whole nother thing,
That
genders.
probably has to be talked about in a different place.
So, but
But
I mean, I don't know. I feel like despite, not having the burden of being the oldest sibling, I did my best when I could.
yeah, I can
Um,
attest to that. I can testify that you do your best.
I did my best, and even if they don't always appreciate it, and even if they still don't appreciate it,
Mm-hmm.
I know that I did my best, and I'm doing it from the bottom of my heart. I'm doing it with kindness. It's honest, and I don't know if this is, if you have this, because you have more boys in your family.
Yeah.
It's a lot of holding your tongue sometimes. Like, you want to say
Woo,
something, but
woo.
sometimes I just want to be like, okay, okay, and I want to get the other
Okay,
person
and
angry.
okay, and
Like, sometimes I want to make them more mad because they made me mad. I want to make them more mad. Like,
yes, dude. It doesn't matter if it's a girl or boy, bro. Just the fact they're
uh,
siblings sometimes, and they're the oldest. It'd be like, and I don't know. It's fun sometimes just to like get them annoyed. I don't
yeah,
do that at times.
yo, one of my roommates is my little sister, and I promise you, I go on her door and I'll knock on the door and just be like, hey, and she'll be like, get up, comes over to the door. What? And I'll be like, dang, you got out of bed. Meanwhile, if she knocks on my door, I will literally stretch to reach the doorknob from my bed. I'm
And
not
not even
getting
try to
out.
get out.
And she'll be like, really? And I'll be like, what? And so, sometimes you just want to get on their nerves because that's how you say I love you.
Exactly. After all the stuff we have to put up with you, you can put up with a couple seconds of us just bothering you for no reason.
It's just, that's how it goes. I mean, I remember my senior year was the first time I ever had my own room.
Did you hear that?
I heard that one.
I think my
Someone
sister's trying to
coming
break into the room.
in. Oh, nice. But my senior year of high school was the first time I ever had my own room. And I remember just chilling in there. And then my sisters would come in. I'd be like, what? I'm bored. I'm like, good thing I wasn't born for your entertainment.
Exactly. That happened to me a couple times. You have no idea. Like that's so weird. Like they're just not gonna be like, I'm bored. Like right now, she's trying to break in. She's probably just bored because I kicked her out. So
It'd
I
be
think we're
like
gonna have
that.
to end this because I'm scared she actually might try to break the door down.
We have like, we're at 33 minutes, I think.
33 minutes.
Yeah, because I started it after we officially started.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you have on yours.
I have 40. Well, we were chopping it up a little bit before we actually
Before,
started,
yeah.
so that could be why. But I
But
don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add because I'm actually scared she might try to break something. That's why I'm looking back.
you might have to open.
Yeah, and I don't want to. So I'm
Hey,
like,
she's a feisty one.
yeah.
Told you the personalities are everywhere. But yeah, I mean, what do you think, just to close so that we each say, what do you think is the greatest thing that you've done for your siblings, or like what's something that you've done for them and you feel like I really, this is something big that I did for them. It's a big
Yeah.
sacrifice. Like, what do you?
Wait, hold up. Sorry. Like they knocked
Yeah.
again.
So, what do you think was like a big thing that you did for your siblings? Like a sacrifice or a gift or time given? Like, what do you think is something that it's like, I'll never get this back, but I did it for my siblings?
Um, I think I would say just like not even like something I did, but just something I'm willing to do. I think honestly my willingness to like help them out because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna lie, like again, I'm a homebody, so I like to stay at home. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes like if they need me to go out or they want me to go out of my way to do something and I'm not really feeling it, I will be willing to like, of course with a small percentage given to me, I'll be willing to go like the perfect example, like I had to go with my sister because she had like some kind of coupon for McDonald's, and then we
Mm-hmm.
went, and then through that I was able to get a McChicken or whatever, just
Mm-hmm.
little stuff like that. or like I'll be willing to like go with Benaya to like go with his interviews. I'm his go-to person
Mm-hmm.
now. So I think, yeah, I think things like that, being like, okay, like you need this, knowing that I didn't have those people when I was growing up or I
Yo,
was raised.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. What would be yours?
I mean, I feel like the biggest thing I do is just sacrificing my time in any way, which,
Yeah.
like, for something that I think is a thing that my siblings will never know this, but like, for me, like, choosing to be with the Golden Gate High School band for so long,
Oh
like,
yeah.
I did that for their benefit. I stayed. It wasn't as if I wasn't offered jobs anywhere else. It wasn't as if like I couldn't have done something else after. Because the first year, not even the first year, like the first couple months I did it was volunteering for school, but it's band. Band is a lot of hours. I finished that up
Yeah.
very fast. But I chose to stay because it was like, okay, I know that when I was in high school band, I would be like the last person picked up, or I'd have to walk home because my parents weren't
Mm-hmm.
around. So if I'm here, at least they have a steady ride home from practice and a ride to practice, money for food if they need it. Also they really got like extra water and snacks because it'd be like I'm a staff member. I can carry extra stuff. They
Yeah. So you know
because
you
they're
got them.
kids. So, low key, like I had their backs and everything. And it's like, you need something. Like, have you gotten water? You got money? Okay. But I mean, I didn't do it like a bunch so that they would just like lean on me too much because I didn't want it to
Yeah.
look like I actually cared. But,
No, that's the last thing you want to do. That's where you
but,
gotta throw them off a little bit.
yeah. So, but I definitely stayed in it longer for them because let me tell you, I was being paid pennies.
Yeah, I
I
remember
had
you telling me about
I
it.
had a good
Yeah,
time, but the for the amount of work you have to do
it
is
wasn't worth it.
financially it's not worth it.
Yeah,
So, but it was nice to be there and we had a lot of fun moments, silly moments, a lot of fights and tears too, but that's part of having siblings. So,
yeah.
just definitely dedicating that time of just like, you know what, I'm gonna stay here because I know the struggle was real when I was in band and they never had that struggle. Like there were times they didn't even have to like take the bus to ride to places because I was going and it's like, you want to take
Wow.
my car? You want to get a couple friends? Like we can all go together. We can go do this. So their stuff they got to do that.
You
Nelly and
wouldn't be
I
able to do
never,
it.
and
Yeah.
Fabian, firstborn, she only got to do band for 1 year because she had to come home and babysit us.
Oh wow.
Meanwhile, Nelly and I got to do 4 years of band. And
Yeah.
now Vishna and Nami get to do 4 years of band, plus they have rides and they get some food and like, So I
Yeah.
think we
Exactly.
each like passed on, like took away a struggle from the other person. So
That's
that
the
was
thing, being an older sibling too. Like
yeah.
taking off that struggle, knowing that like the people after you, they don't have to deal with those certain little things.
Yeah. So yeah.
You're a
Which
great
also
sister, Gina.
you're a great sister, Mahalia.
But yeah, we just wanted to highlight that. We're not trying to like toot our own horn, but
I'm
I wanted
definitely
to make sure
patting
people
myself
knew
on the
that.
back. I own
Yeah, pat
it.
ourselves. We can at least pat ourselves on the back. I can honest to God, like if he took you right now, he would know that when it comes to like my responsibility that I feel like he's giving me as being a quote older sister, like I would say I fulfilled it. So
Yeah, definitely.
we good. We good.
Well, I guess that's all we have for today. Shorter
Yeah, because
episode before
I
Hannah
know
breaks
my
down the
sister's gonna
door.
try to break in again. Yeah, she already came, but I don't know if she's gonna try to break in again. So it's good if we end it here.
Good place to close.
Yeah. So, guys, thanks for listening to our 10 and 3 podcast. We'll have some more coming up, more interesting things. I feel like we just scratched the surface on this part because there was a little
Definitely.
tangents we took that we definitely could talk about more, but we should just end it here.
And if you guys have like funny sibling stories, you can definitely put those down in the comments. I will
Yeah,
definitely
we
check
love
them
to hear
out.
them.
Or if you're a middle child, hashtag middle child. The middle children stick together. Like,
Yes.
it's March babies, then middle children. Like that's
Oh,
where I
wow.
am.
Okay. Okay. We better end this now before I get mad.
Bye
Disrespectful.
guys.